Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though, right?
Ooh la la, are we weak?
She go.
Ooh la la, are we weak?
We go.
Ooh la la, are we weak?
They go.
Ooh la la, are we weak?
Okay.
Ooh la la, are we weak?
Okay. Ooh la la,
are we weak?
she like ooh la la,
are we weak?
she like ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop out of the bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich. That's right. Popovich TV. That's the show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, please come on in. Over here, we like to deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, Popovisms 101, and motivation. I just came from the gym. Yeah, kid. If that sound like something you can rock with, then before you exit to the left and hit stage left, go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell so when I upload the videos, you get alerted. Shout out to my nigga Chris. Yeah, you get alerted when I upload the videos. And if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, thank you. But you know how I do. You know how I start the show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. And we is in the end game, people. We in the end game because yesterday, Sunday Fun Day, championship weekend, playoffs. Don't talk to me about playoffs. I just hope we can win a game, then another game. Tom Brady, who's reserved as the GOAT, greatest of all time, it's reports that he's maybe, kinda, sorta, possibly hanging him up. Man in the arena, no more. Like, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? And I think he is going to retire, not really for the reasons of his wife and Giselle and, you know, those reasons. And I'm sure that plays a factor. I'm not saying they don't play a factor. Like I said on the other video, even though it's been a little week, like Tasha K, I've been taking a little time out. You know what I mean? Got to detox and shake it off a little bit. Social media, that is, the Twitter fingers, the Twitters, the Instagram, Facebook, all this shit. Like when you're running through these social media streets and these social media platforms, you need a little break, you know what I mean? But I said in the other video, he don't really have nothing else to prove. Like he already proved everything, and the story that was wooved the ring around him, you know, probably won't be a greater story probably to come after that. Falls in the football world, especially if you have one that subscribed to as being just like wrestling, meaning fake, and they write these scripts up, you know, the way they want. Still the greatest. I seen a couple of lists. Who's the greatest of all time now? Top 5. A couple of people was putting out their list. And real quickly, you know what I mean? Because I always play on this channel when I say, you know, in my Thanos voice, you know what I mean? I hope they remember you. Like, you know what I mean? When you gone and you out of here, like, do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, video out of here, Mercedes-Benz and Range Rover out of here. Big Ben, 2-time Super Bowl champion. Really, if you will, like, one who broke the mold as far as being big, strong, break out of the pocket, extend the play. Oh, Patrick Mahomes. Oh, Josh Allen. Oh, Lamar Jackson. You know, players like that, Cam Newton. They all fit that mold because he was that. It's hard to, you think you got him and then you don't. Like, you know what I mean? Ta-da, you don't. He's extending the play and throwing the bomb to, you know what I mean, air you out. He wasn't even on a lot of the list. They had Aaron Rodgers, who's a bad man. We're going to get to him in a quick minute. Patrick Mahomes, a.k.a. Night, a.k.a. PM. Oh, but you threw the game yesterday. Like, people was online like he dead ass threw the game. And it looked maybe kind of sort of like he did throw the game. And then you got to say Bieniemy and Big Red. They didn't go for the field goal at the end of the half. Try to be greedy, like, you know what I mean? Want more. and they lost. But they had Mahomes number 4. Then you had Brady. Then you had Peyton Manning. Then you had Joe Montana, and then you got obviously number 1, which would be Brady. Brady has to be number 1 as far as, like I said, you got the most rings. You were the Lord of the Rings, not 1, not 2 on some LeBron shit. And LeBron went all the way to 7, I believe, right? Not 6. And that's when Dwayne Wade started looking uneasy, like, this nigga bugging. But I'm going to just laugh and giggle and go along with the get-along gang because we on the same team. But they only got 2 together. And then, like I said, you got the GOAT, he got 7. So you leave a lot of players out. You say Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes. They got 1 just like Brett Favre, who been to 2. They don't got more than Big Ben, like I said. And Russell Wilson also got 1 too as well. And he played in 2 Super Bowls. Should have got 2 Super Bowls, but instead, you know, they wrote the story where instead of giving the damn ball to Marshawn Lynch and letting him run, through the end zone, you decide to throw the ball, and Malcolm Butler, we already know, was just a spectacular spectacle of a victory. And I had Patriots that year, you know what I mean? And I was like, I know what it's like to lose, just sitting there saying, damn it, man. When you feel so desperately that you're right, yet to fail. No Big Ben, no Troy Aikman. And the list could go on as far as who's the best quarterback. Falls back to Brady being the best and being the GOAT. Do I think he's going to walk away? Yes. The team probably won't be the same Tampa Bay team that when he first got there. Brian Leftwich could be possibly gone. A lot of free agents maybe come back, maybe not. You know how it is, you know, keeping the football Super Bowl winning team together after the Super Bowl, especially in the year of free agents and athletes and players wanting to go wherever they want to go. Look at Odell Beckham. You know what I mean? Ta-da, Baker Mayfield, like, ha, looking like, ha, you know what I mean? Looking like, ha. And, you know, he could talk his shit and do the dance and all that and say whatever he want because he made it to the dance. You know what I mean? Even though, to his credit, he wasn't saying nothing when he was on the Browns. He wasn't saying anything. I think his pop said something, and, you know, he just was really keeping it quiet, wasn't trying to be a distraction or cause a commotion. What y'all think Brady going to do after he retire? Like, you know what I mean? Like, do you see him getting in the film? If I'm not mistaken, maybe, kind of, sort of. They were saying him and Strahan got like a business venture or something. So he might go into that or he might not. He might, obviously he's, you know, big with the TB12. That's his company. You may see that being pushed more. Me personally, I think he's going to get into politics. For some reason, I see him as on some political shit. I could be wrong, but I see him going in the Arnold Schwarzenegger vein. Like, he was the governor, and I'll be back, and come with me if you want to live. I see him going in that direction for some reason. I could be totally off. He might just fall back and you know what I mean? Watch his Bitcoin jump up and down. I know he got the commercial with the trading. So let's talk about these games real quick. You know what I mean? Because I want to talk about some other shit as well. We've been going for a little minute. Like I said, sometimes you got to detox. Y'all know on the bat line, nigga not getting paid, nigga not on Patreon, nigga not asking for no donations and all that. You know what I mean? So it's really got to keep my day job. But with that being said, Patrick Mahomes, Joe Burrow, and, you know, real funny, you know, when the reporter asked him, was his chain real? And he like, bro, 100 stack for the left kick. That's just for the left kick. Like, you know what I mean? You expect me to stretch shit for the, you know what I mean? How I look, you expect me to stretch shit? And pretty much it was like, I don't think the reporter meant nothing by it. But you could see, you know, the young brass, you know, the Joe Burrow, Joe Cool, Joe Franchise. They bigging him up now. And yeah, Patrick Mahomes, you might be in trouble. You might be out of here in the sense of that's your last dance. Lamar Jackson, you might never get to the dance now. Now that they got Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Joe Burrow now, like, you know, Patrick, he on the waffle side, you know what I mean? Light skin, you know what I mean? Drakes and shit. So he was cool for a little bit. Russell Wilson, same thing, really. You know what I mean? And you can say what it is. Show me the last black quarterback that won. You know what I mean? Obviously, Patrick Mahomes and then Russell Wilson. I met on the darker side. You know what I mean? It's racial, man. It's racial, Mark Lawrence. Boomerang. But Joe Burrow, he like, yeah, my chain is real, and pretty much we expected to be here. And, you know, the cockiness, if you will, Now they in the dance. Like, you know what I mean? We all up in here. We all up in here. We all up in here. Shout outs to Votto. Like, Harlem stand up. Because they at the big dance. They going to go against the big bad Rams. Once deemed the baddest show on turf. You know what I mean? And we'll talk about the Rams in San Fran in a little second. Because I think I know why they had them losing. And I left my ticket inside. But I had Cincinnati and I had San Fran with the points. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think Cincinnati would win the game. I definitely thought it was gonna be Patrick Mahomes. I thought that 7 was too much, and I thought for the San Fran game, for the Rams to get spanked, not 1, not 2, not 3, oh, 1 less than Brady, 7th ring, ass spanked. Like, you got your ass spanked, bent over the knee, tied down so you can't move, and got the skin whipped off your ass 6 times. So I was like, they could definitely win, money line. I don't think they're going to blow them out. And, you know, Shanahan, he coached a bad game as well. So did McVay. But let's get back to the Mahomes. This is why people on social media saying that he threw the game. Side eye, like, you know what I mean? And he seemed pretty much mad, but not mad. Like, you know what I mean? Like Evans, you know what I mean? From Good Times on some damn. Like, ooh, I'm steaming. Agony, why is everybody always picking on me? Like, he didn't really seem mad like that. It was just like, you know, this one's on me. And, you know, when you're up 21-3 and you're up 18 points, you should win the game. But you didn't really have that feeling. Like, he should have been mad. And mad to the point like the fans is mad. People that bet on you, like, I mean, and you know, for the people that don't bet, you in the back, like, yeah, well, you shouldn't be betting. That's on you. And we hear you, but we talking to the people that bet. I'm talking to them. We know you mad. You want to see more passion, you know what I mean, and vigor from the person that lost the game. You could say Andy Reid and them. They fucked the game up. They fucked the game plan up as well. You should have went for 3 instead of going for the touchdown at the end of the game. Obviously, Joe Burrow and them got the ball first. They didn't do nothing with it. And you could say the cookie crumbles and the ball bounces a lot of different ways. And it does. It's a different way to make a sandwich, you know what I mean? But you was Superman in the first half. You was like, you was Superman. Couldn't do no wrong. Yeah, Cincinnati, they beat Tennessee. They beat whoever else they beat to make the playoffs. But they're not no world beaters. Their defense is, if I'm not mistaken, and I didn't Google it, got the phone here. I'm not gonna Google it now. Not top 5, top 7, top 8, maybe top 10, maybe top 11. Offensive line is a little shaky, a little nervous, getting shaky, getting nervous. Like your offensive line is shaky, is looking a little nervous. Second half, y'all shut them out. Patrick Mahomes go from what they showed this passer rating at 90, 80 something, drop down to 10% to 11 to top 10 to not mention it all to your bodyguard. You know what I mean? Like Uchi verse better than yours. Like, come on, bro. And it's the golden boy, the golden child, all these, you know, State Farm commercials and not, you know, Shreddy Betty. She going to get the Patrick Mahomes price. And you laid a dub. Like, you laid a dub. And they lost. And Joe Burrow was the new it factor. But let's speak about Patrick Mahomes in this sense, because he is a bad man. He is night and all that other shit. But you got shut out. 4 times conference finals, 2 times going to the Super Bowl. You win 1, you lose 1. So you did more than what a lot of players is ever, like Andre 3000 ever will do in the league, whether it's written that way or not. So you already bucked the trend. But what if that's his last time losing to Brady in the Super Bowl? 1 for 1. Again, Brett Favre, 1 for 1. Oh, shit, Aaron Rodgers, 1 for 1. Oh, shit, Russell Wilson, you know what I mean? 1 for 1. Then you got Eli, 2 times like, is New York in the house? Is Brooklyn in the house? Uptown in the house? Shallon, are you in the house? Everybody, are you in the house? You know what I mean? Like, everybody, are you in the house? And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Big Ben, Troy Aikman, like, so you walking on shaky waters because you never know what the NFL is going to do. That's one of the most hardest sports to win because it is so many moving pieces. You see, when they we're gonna get to this game, the Rams and the 49ers. At the end of the game, when they interviewing Matt Stafford, and she asking him, like, when you got the call and woo woo woo, pretty much the process of them bringing you here, and he was like, you couldn't have written it no better. The script, home, win my first, never won no playoff games, playing in the same stadium, as the Super Bowl. We make it to the Super Bowl. Oh, like last year, we seen this movie already with Tom Brady. Switch to the new team, go to the Super Bowl in your backyard. Y'all sitting back pretty. Y'all win the Super Bowl. Now they go to the Super Bowl in their backyard. It's spent different. I mean, like this dude be saying this shit is fluent. It's fluent because, yeah, they are going to play in their backyard. And California love, Snoop Dogg and Dre, Eminem, and all of them is going to be in the building. You know what I mean? And it's going to be a spectacular fashion. But in that game right there, you say, this is a team that beat you 6 times. So for them to come back and win, obviously you give kudos to them. But why Shanahan didn't go for it on 4th down? I mean, what was it, 4th and 1, 4th and 2? You call a timeout, or I forget exactly what happened. I think Sean McVay challenged. They didn't get it. You get a delay of game only to kick it off. But you don't trust Jimmy G? His record is pretty damn decent. Like PDD, his resume is pretty decent just for his resume, playoffs and regular season. And for the most part, you figured out how to beat them. And I think I'm not gonna say he choked. Debo, he was on the sideline a lot of the times when he should have been in the game. And then, homie, at the end of the game, like I'm not no athlete. I know I'm super trash. Sprinkle me with some moist dessert. I'm garbage. Can't hit a jump shot. None of that. I wasn't athletic. I wasn't doing none of that. But that pass that the DB drop that would end the game. Talking about like in his hands, in his chest, in his fingertips. Now people say the gloves got magnets in it and this shit is the stickiest shit since the Gorilla Glue and all that. You can't catch that ball, doggy. That ends the game, and then you on the sideline. Only one I think really seen crying and really was feeling like they was hurt was Debo. And this is a guy that's a wide receiver that's putting his body on the line. You talking about Warriors come out to play. Like this is, he got hit a few times as well on the blind side. There was some cheap shots thrown in there. And again, now let's get to Aaron Rodgers real quick to see how we're going to tie this in. Because I believe this shit is red. You can believe what you want, and we could debate about it. And it won't really be a debate because I respect what you think. And I'm going to keep believing what I'm believing. That's why you never really argue about politics, about religion, and certain shit. Because we're not going to change each other's mind. You could just keep it a buck and agree to disagree. You know what I mean? With that being said, Aaron Rodgers, bad man. He's out of here now, meaning he's out of here like the first round of the playoffs, like Tom Brady, like all of the home seeds. Where he from? Where he, you know what I mean? When he came out in the draft and he got drafted, what was his words? And this is verbatim. He was like, I think the person that, when you come through the stage and you finish, they was asking him like, so how do you feel about your hometown team not drafting you? San Francisco 49ers, that is. And he was like, it's not as bad as they're gonna feel for not drafting me. And for the most part, he got a ring and he lost the chip. 1-1 in the Super Bowl. Spectacular career as far as the numbers wise. And he is one of the top 5 as far as playing the position. Not counting the rings because he only got 1. Even Eli got 2. Giants, what's up? But they could look for a quarterback. I think Jimmy G is out of here. They making him the scapegoat. That's the narrative that they've been spinning this whole fucking time, that he can't get it done in the big game. Last time he was in the Super Bowl against Kansas City. Oh, by the way, he overthrew the receiver that would have won the game. In this particular game yesterday, too, he had some plays that you was like, you helping fit the narrative that they painting on you. This dude that they went up to get, what's his name? Love. No, Love is for Green Bay. Trey Lance. Is he the answer? Pick up anybody? I don't know if he's the answer or not. But I think he's going to get his chance next year. I also think Love is going to get his chance in Green Bay because I think Aaron Rodgers goes to Kansas City. I mean, goes to San Francisco 49ers. he don't have to re-sign with Green Bay, to my knowledge. Especially if they're gonna make the pie sweet, like, oh, you're gonna give us Aaron and some draft picks, or we'll figure it out, or we could send you this dude. They're gonna make it work. The NFL gonna make it work, and then it'll be the 3rd year in a row that a veteran quarterback, and obviously Tom is the veteran, but then you got Aaron, and then you got Matthew Stafford. He's been in the lead a little while, so that was a big deal. And when you go look at the other video I did, I already spoke about this. I'm like, I jumped off the bandwagon a little bit when they lost, when they had some stinkers, but after they beat Brady in, I think, the 2nd or 3rd game of the season, I'm like, yo, they already had a good team. They just went to the Super Bowl with Halle Berry. Oh, yeah, Jared Goff. They just went to the Super Bowl with Jared Goff. I'm like, them getting Matthew Stafford, he was in Detroit, but he's a good quarterback. They wasn't losing because of him. Now you on a team with all of these weapons, a good coach like Sean McVay, they probably will be one of the last teams standing. Go back and look at the joint. I ain't think they was going to win the Super Bowl over Aaron or Brady, but they got him up out of here. I think they're going to probably win now. You can't really crown Burrow the champion now. You can and you can't. I think the last young quarterback that came in the league that went to the Super Bowl 2nd year or 3rd year was Ben Roethlisberger. And like I said, 2-time champion, Hall of Fame, but yet he wasn't on that top 5 list. A lot of people don't got him on the top 5 list. I don't know why. So, I mean, let's get to this last shit, though. You know what I mean? Monday motivation, motivational Mondays. I am your motivational speaker. Learn to talk respectful, mind your business. You know what I mean? Watch your mouth. Tasha K, right? She just came back to her show, and she was going for a little while. If you following, you know what I mean? What was going on with her with the Cardi B? She had to go to court and all that. They finally had their day in court, and she lost. She came back with the L, loser. And you know, I'm not a supporter or a hater of Tasha K. Like, I'm indifferent. In fact, when I first heard about her or seen something on her, it was a time when Derek Jackson, when he cheated on his wife and shit. And you know, I was in these YouTube streets, running through these YouTube alleyways, and they should have never, like, yo, I'm here now. So all the way back then, when people was doing their reactions and shit, a lot of people was happy, like happy land, that he fell on his face and he had to, you know, say, I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that I was right, yet to fail. And people love misery, you know what I mean? So she was one of the people that was the happiest, and I didn't know who she was. So when I seen the clip, I'm like, damn, this bitch is wild happy, like hating on this nigga, like, cause see, you know, that man got to deal with his wife or whatever. I didn't really know the whole, like, she been saying a lot of shit about him. So it was really just her moment of saying, I told you so, right? So that's how I found out about her. She's a big YouTuber. Her platform is super big. She figured it out on the back office, how to monetize, how to get paid. And her platform is super big. So shout outs to her for that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm indifferent. But she lost. And now on the spin back, this is why I'm talking about it. A lot of people was happy that she lost, number one. Number two, saying she don't got the money, you know, saying that she don't got the money to pay. I think she got to pay something like $4 million or close to 1.5. Like, no names, serial numbers scratched off. Like the purple tape, like, looked like she got a plan full of passion. She got to pay, you know, close to $4 million. And she came out and did her little statement and shit. And this is why I want to speak about as well. She came out not apologizing, saying, you know, said some shit I probably shouldn't have said. I got caught in the moment entertaining you motherfuckers. You know what I mean? And caught up in the vibe of just trying to be right. And I guess what she said was that she had herpes or she was doing some other wild shit, maybe kind of, sort of, that she shouldn't have been doing. And then Cardi came out like, I couldn't have relations with my husband, and I was thinking about I shouldn't have had a kid. And, you know, she played the role on some actress shit because she's an actress. She's an entertainer. And whether you believe who's right or wrong, the thing is, you can't get on these platforms like this Popovich TV. Yeah, we live, we rolling, we unscripted, so we might say some things, we authentic, that feeling, and then just say some outlandish, wild, over-the-top shit, and then think that, you know, just because you doing what everybody else is doing and it's cool, that nobody gonna call you out. And nobody gonna say, hold on, I did what with who? Like, who I told on, or What room you see me in? Where you see me paying money at? You slandering my character. You don't even fucking know me. So who are you? Now I get it. When you jump out there, you know, on a social media platform and oh shit, you got a channel and you got a show now just because they give you the phone, that you could just say what you want. And it's entertainment and it's all, you know, fun and games. And it's not. And it cost her because she's dealing with somebody that got money like her, even probably more money, obviously, is Cardi B we talking about. So where she could say, yo, hold on, let's get the lawyer on the line. Say, who said what? Like, get her on the phone and let's get this lawsuit and I'm going to reclaim you and resue you and all this other bubblegum shit. So, you know, and come to find out, it was a video she could have just took down. So in order to be right, sometimes, you know, you want to be right so much, you don't want to admit when you're wrong. And they say that's the true testament of, you know, a man's character, man or woman's character. In bad times, when trials and tribulations is going on, is you the same as you going to turn scapegoat, as you going to, you know, switch your colors. Or when you're wrong. And now everybody is looking, it's like, you know what? And even for me, because we are human. Like, we only ordinary people. In the moment, in the heat of the argument, say, you know, you're arguing, you may not want to admit you're wrong because your pride may be up or your ego may be up. But after the adrenaline subsides and you calm down a little bit, then you could come back around, especially if you rock with the person and if you have a relationship with the person, you should be able to come back on the bat line like, yo, yeah, you know, you was right. I shouldn't have did X, Y, Z, or, you know, even I didn't like how you said that, but now I was definitely wrong for taking it there. You know, I took it a little bit too far. A lot of us don't be wanting to admit that. Even after you realize that you're wrong or the situation soothes down and now you calm, you still won't admit it. And whether it's pride, it's arrogance, you know what I mean? Because she tried to spend it like on the bat line, like she tried to spend it like it's the Rage Against the Machine. Like, yeah, you know, the people that be and the powers that be, and y'all know me on the channel and off the channel, because what you see is what you get, and what you getting is your ass kicked. Like, you know what I mean? That's a K Solo reference. I'm being funny, but I'm not. For those that know me on the bat line. You're going to get what you're going to get. So what you see is like, come on now. Don't do it like that. Just for the sake of, you know what I'm saying? And so I think, you know, you got to watch what you say, because like my man used to once say, you know what I mean? Rest in peace. He dead. My brother Boss Shit, you know what I mean? AKA Critical. One of the best rappers ever, like ever. He had a line where he like, you know, your house lead to all streets and all streets lead to your house. So you should watch your mouth. Like, you know what I mean? When you speaking, you should watch what you say, because nobody's untouchable and it can happen to anybody and anywhere. And obviously when you're dealing with the legal system, you know, you could get sued for any little fucking thing. So the thing is, to risk it, whether you got the money or not, is the outcome worth what you did? You know what I mean? Just to prove, you know, that you was right. And now it's the machine, and, you know, it's people who want to silence you. Nobody really want to silence you. I don't think they could never really, you know, in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, you cut the internet off and you just cut technology. But as long as you got access to an internet, phone, and these shits, unless you Donald Trump and you get banned because you just keep constantly saying shit, that's wild, outlandish, and causing people to you know, be in an uproar, no matter what side of the coin you on, then yeah. But for the most part, it's too many people. Everybody got a show, whether it's TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, no matter what it is, everybody's talking through like, come on in and look at my show and look at me, and it's all for sale. And that's why over here, you ain't going to never see me set myself on fire. You're never going to see me standing on the side of a bridge with a motherfucking grill and all that, cooking food and all that, just for the views. I like you, but not like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not like that. It's not that serious, and it's never going to be for the kid. Now, you know, again, everybody got a plan till you get punched in the mouth, so you can say, yo, my shit go up the mall and I'm popping and all that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, this nigga's Hollywood. You know what I mean? But that's not the case. So, you know, we just got to watch what we do, watch what we say, you know what I mean? And curve the urge to be entertaining. Even though sometimes you do want to entertain, you want people to fuck with you and woo, 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 and ah, but at what extent? And let's get into this last shit before I get out of here, because, you know, the city been crazy. All they've been promoting, you know, and rightfully so. I told you, in fact, the last video that I did, the last video that I did before I, you know, fell back, was the 2 officers getting killed in New York City. You know what I mean? My city, the town. Now, when the incident happened, the day that it happened, I was present. I was in, out and about, and they was reporting that both of them had, and one of them had died, one of them was in critical, and that the suspect died too. That wasn't the case, even though that's what they reported. I just repeated what they said. You know what I mean? I'm not a reporter. I'm not a journalist. And over here we don't drop no exclusives and none of that. We just allegedly saw the kind of maybe. You know what I mean? We that type of channel. Anyway, some days later, both officers did end up passing, and obviously the suspect ended up passing too. Still don't really know all the details of, why the mother called the police. Obviously it was a domestic disturbance. That's what they were saying. So they came, they did what they did, and then obviously they say he opened up, the back room door and then just let off. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. You see the clip, the gun that he had, crazy, crazy. Then the shit under his bed was even super crazier than that. Like, like Call of Duty type shit. So, they up in arms, and now it's like, we're going to put that system back in place where we stopping and frisking and the surprise element for the criminals. And, as a person, I got loved ones and people I care about, obviously, that's regular civilians and just regular everyday people. You never want to see people, bad stuff happen to people that's just minding their business. When there's two people that's involved in the fuck shit, they down with the fuck shit, you out breaking laws, doing crime, things of that nature. When you hear somebody lose life, yes, it's still like, damn it, man, because they have a family. But in the back, in the back door, there's also was like, yeah, you play with the sword, you die by the sword. You fuck around with the streets, you get street consequences. You ain't immune, nigga. You know what I mean? Like Cameron said, niggas die every day, B, right? Right. You can take it, right? You strong, right? Yeah, right. You can take it. People die every day. Some just innocent, and obviously some that's down with the shit. The point being this, it was an actress, and I don't know her name because obviously she's not a well-known actress. Out of New York. Spanish-looking lady. I'm going to say she was Spanish. She had a mask on and shit. Mario, you know what I mean? He had the mask on. But it was the day of the first officer's funeral, MoRe, if I'm not mistaken. And so she on her TikTok video, because everything is all for sale. Got to show everything that you're doing. Yeah, the officer died or whatever. It's a funeral, and we shouldn't have the whole streets blocked off, and what the fuck? And this is ridiculous. This is fucking ridiculous. He probably, died doing something wrong anyway. They kill people every day. We don't have no shutdowns and nothing like that. So this is what she said. This is not what I'm saying. This is what she said. And I'm live right now. Normally, when I'm doing a video, I just put the shit, what I'm talking about, inside the video for people to see. But y'all could go Google it. She lost her job. Well, apparently she wasn't that important. But because of that video, she was fired. And she was let go from her acting gig. And people was happy. Some people was like, it's a fringe upon our amendment, our First Amendment, which is to, have freedom of speech and be able to say what the fuck you want to say. My thing is, whether they did something wrong or not, the officers that is, they don't deserve to die for that. Especially if they saying he just opened up the door and shot. I wasn't there. I don't know if that happened. In my own head, I'm like, dang, he just opened up the door and just started letting off, shooting at the police. Then maybe something is wrong with him, because that's what they're saying as well, that he was mentally disturbed or something was off with him. Because nobody really just opens up and just shoot the police, to my knowledge. You know what I mean? But with that being said, whether they follow procedure or they talk to him wrong or whatever they did, they still lost their life, and he lost his life. I was caught up in the shit because the other wake just happened the other day too. So they got the whole, if you're from the city, they got the whole FDR like blocked off as far as trying to get to the FDR from the Heights. I got off the Major Deacon like, fuck it, there's too much traffic. Let me swing the easy way, not knowing what was going on. Let me go through the Bronx and then get to the FDR to go south to get to Harlem. When I tell you it was like a 45-minute wait because the streets was blocked off, because all the officers was coming. And then you see on the news, New York 1, the Bronx News, New York 12. You see all the officers come from Elmira, the jail I was in, Connecticut, all these other places. And it's for unity, and it's to show, like, even though we don't know him or know them, like some of the officers were saying, it's to show the strength. It's to show that he was loved. It's to show solidarity. It's to show all of these things. And you got to say, like, I be playing But I don't be playing. When I'm saying like Thanos, I hope they remember you. Like, when you gone and you out of here, I hope they remember you, because you got people that's gang and people that's running the streets. They won't even come to your funeral. Like, they won't even pop up on your mom's and show respect to her for you losing your life doing some dumb fuck shit. Obviously, that goes with the job, so she wasn't wrong in saying that. Not the part about May doing something wrong, but yeah, when you put on that fireman suit, when you put on that, you know what I mean, that police officer suit, when you pull on the military, and I got people in the military that served in our, forces, of the country to keep us safe. Whether you believe they should be doing it or not, that comes with the gig. So yeah, you can come, go to work one day and go to a domestic violence dispute, and some crazy motherfucker come out, end up murking you. That's very possible. Will it stop? They want to change the laws and do different things like that, and that's here nor there. You know what I mean? It just comes with the territory. But where is her only thing? I'm not saying she should have been silenced either. I'll just end with this. Again, like with the rappers dancing on the grave, pissing on the grave, all this drill music shit that these people be doing now, talking about, how they shot up the range and this and this and that, and a nigga rapping what he really about, you know what I mean? Like, all these lines and shit. Just be careful, when you talk about the dead. You know what I mean? Whether you feel these pieces of shits or not. Everybody that died wasn't angels. Some people is low down, grimy pieces of shit. That's the facts. Like Tupac said, I'm not trying to tell you you ain't shit. I tell your mama you ain't shit. And some niggas ain't shit. But that don't mean when they ain't dead, even if it's in your private thoughts, that's one thing. But to announce it, to be so bold and not give a fuck about those people, families who going through it, that's where you was wrong at. Then you go to TikTok and Twitter, and yeah, like, fuck it, these motherfuckers shutting off the streets and all. Oh no, lose your job, you out of here. And now you on unemployment and you looking funny in the face, and you got the sad face, sticker face, all because you want people to be cheering you on because you was a little inconvenienced. We all was inconvenienced. I was caught in the traffic. I ain't was like, motherfucker, these motherfuckers and this and that. Man, it is what it is. When you see a big caravan coming through for somebody that lost their life, what do you do? When you see the blinkers and all that on, what do you do when you see the flashing lights? Me personally, I get out the way. I move to the side and let the funeral, entourage go about doing what they do. But you know what it is. It's your boy, Popovich. You was just tuned in. Popovich TV, that's my show. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here, one more again. Yeah, kid.